And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, the day has come. Welcome, one and all. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, everyone watching right now to it. This is Multi Marketing live on Instagram. We have a brilliant interview for you guys here today. And yeah, guys, as I wait for you guys to start rolling in, some of you are actually watching this maybe later on like a delay or something like that. So, yeah, so if you're watching this late, still welcome. Thank you for joining us. And it's a great day. It is a really great day. We have come to it finally. And yeah, we're going to be joined today. We're going to have a live interview with one of our poets. I'm going to bring her on shortly. Just go. Poet from the Multi Marketing Anthology 2022. Her name is Yonela Qomoyi, and she's a poet. She's featured in the Multi Marketing Anthology 2022. There she is right there. Welcome, Yonela. Thank you for joining us. Say hi to everyone watching.
How are you?
I'm good, Yonela. And yourself?
I'm a little bit nervous. I think that's normal. That's normal.
That is normal.
Yeah.
Perfectly normal. I got the same feeling when I got on camera the first time. But, as you keep going, it gets natural. So just calm down, be yourself. Don't be nervous. Just stay calm. You're going to be fine. And yeah, guys, so this is Yonela Qomoyi. She is one of the featured poets in the Multi Marketing Anthology 2022. You can get your copy on ebook or paperback. It's on Amazon. And we actually have something special. It's actually going to be featured on more websites in the coming year. So you guys can get your hands on it on almost every platform out there. But for now, guys, just before we get into this interview with Yonela, like I said, I'd like to welcome one and all for watching us. Whether you're watching us live, you're watching us on tape delay, whatever it may be later on, thank you for watching. Welcome to it. And what is the Multi Marketing Anthology, you might be asking? Maybe you've never heard of this book, which I don't know how you cannot, because we've been promoting and marketing this book since October last year. And for me personally, how I view the Multi Marketing Anthology, it's like, at Christmas time, you buy the baker's box of assorted biscuits. This is the literature version of a baker's box assorted. You've got an assortment of over 25, both locally in South Africa and international poets and short stories, some who were previously undiscovered, some who were previously published, and it's all in this great potpourri that comes to life in an explosion of amazing and exquisite literature for all of you guys. So whether you're into sophisticated poetry, whether you're into casual poetry, whether you're into short stories, whatever it may be, you can find it all in this book on Amazon. Go to Amazon, Multi Marketing Anthology 2022. You'll find it there guaranteed. Like I said, it will be on every other platform coming soon. And yeah, guys, so we're going to have this interview with her. Oh, I think she just went offline, but we're going to get her shortly. Don't worry, we'll get her back. And if you don't know, what is the Multi Marketing Anthology? Well, Multi Marketing Anthology came about because we were basically trying to see how can we publish these poets and short story writers who couldn't be published beforehand. Those who, were lost, they couldn't, because they didn't have much poetry, they didn't have much short stories, or they couldn't afford to publish a whole book by themselves. So we decided, well, let's put them all together in one book. They pay a reduced amount just for their only portion, and they can still get royalties on the book, and they can still get published, even if they don't have the amount of poetry that needs to be created into a full book. So that's how the Multi Marketing Anthology came about. And Yonela Qomoyi is one of those. We got her, I think, via on Instagram, and then she emailed us her stuff. We got her out there. A lot of these poets and short story writers, they found us via email, online, Facebook, Instagram, all those places. So yeah, we really we did our due diligence on trying to get this book out. And this year we're going to have another one. We're going to have Multi Marketing Anthology 2023 coming your way. So if you're a short story writer, author, poet out there, get in touch with us. info@multimarketing.co.za. There she is, the poet herself. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. It happens when you're live, but we're back again. So before anything happens again, I think we'll rather get the ball rolling. Let's get right into the interview. What the people came here to see. So let's start off by you introducing yourself, right? Tell everyone watching, who is Yonela Qomoyi?
Well, thank you, thank you. I would like to take the opportunity, you gave it to me, like this is such a great opportunity. Like not most of the people get such an opportunity. Well, Yonela Qomoyi, well, it's just a Kasi girl. It's just a Kasi girl who grew up in Kasi, always like hustling to get what she wants. So I'm Yonela from Closerout. I live in Closerout in one of the township from Cape Town. And I'm 21 years old, and a young girl who's always like ambitious, always like eager to learn, eager to get new opportunities. Like yes, I'm a poet, not by I didn't have any choice to become a poet. Well, I was like growing up in a township is not easy. You come up with many obstacles. Like you have to be like beat the walls, like to be there in that, to be like everybody, like alcohol is here, drugs are here. So I chose to be like, okay, let me just be my own uniqueness, let me just be my own zone. So I'm an introvert. Yes, so that's the reason why I become a poet, because it keeps me going. It keeps me like, it gives me the purpose to have something in my life, yes.
Okay, well, you said you didn't become a poet by choice. So I think everyone wants to know when and how did you start actually writing poetry?
Well, I started writing a poetry when I was in grade 7. I remember it was me and the other girls. It was a situation whereby we were dealing with xenophobia. So we were like, okay, let's just scramble about what is happening, like xenophobia, xenophobia. And then I was like, guys, do you see that we are actually writing about something that is happening right now? And in that time, it was like we were just playing. We're only collecting papers, and then just just to write anything that you feel like you want to write. You used to write about love, and love is a red is this, red is that. And in grade 8, that's where I saw my purpose. Like I was like, okay, I love English. Like I'm not that influently like speaking English that much, because I was younger in that time. And then I'm also an artist. I keep on like drawing, and I was like, this could take me so far. And then in grade 10, that's when I saw that, okay, this is me. This is who I am. I like to write. I like to research. I like to do something that other people cannot go through. And then I remember in 2018, I was in grade 10, and then there's this group that we were called to join, and I was like hesitating because I didn't have time to be in that group, because like, why me? Like, what you saw in me, like me being a poet? And then he said that it's my teacher from New Sleben High School, Mr. Ngesi. Well, I thank him so much. No, you can do this. I mean, the whole class is looking up to you. What if you are the biggest star? What if you are the next star? And then I was like, guys, this cannot be. Like me being a poet. The only thing that I can do right now in this instant is to only draw. Like if you can show me a picture of you and then you say that I could draw it, then that's the only thing I could do. And then okay, I kind of like, okay, hesitating, skeptical, and then I ended up joining. It was a Saturday, like Saturday session, and then we were when I first got there, I said to myself, maybe this is like a chance, because like I don't have any friends, first of all. And then like I grew up in a family where I'm the only girl, so you know how boys are, they're all like partying and stuff. So I'm here like sitting in my room doing nothing. And I said to myself, let me just take this opportunity. Let me just take this opportunity. And then I started like being serious with that group. And then what I did, they usually like giving us piece cloth whereby we're gonna write about that stuff. Like why do you think that this piece of cloth has something, like can you just create a story based on this piece of cloth, based on this mirror, based on this? That's where I saw myself that, okay, this is something good, because I also want, yes, I also won that in that I don't think it's a competition itself, but you know, it's a competition to us because it's the biggest achievement. Yes. And then I continue to run.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Now continue.
You can hear me now.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you now.
And then in last year, then I did my research. My mentor said that okay, you have skills, like you have unique skills. And then I said to her that I do want to use the skills because I just finished my grade 12. Like I don't have anything else to do. Like as you already know that we are dealing with a lot of uneducation that is happening right now. So I told myself, if after finishing my grade 12, if I'm not going to university, I mean, there has to be something happening in my life. I mean, I always like aim something tangible every year. Like I cannot be sitting around just seeing other people, you know, doing something on their lives, and then I'm here just sitting around. So that's when I said, okay, let me do my own research because I have been researching for almost like a year, but I didn't get any opportunity, you know, to say, okay, I want to showcase my work. I want to improve myself because I'm not a professional writer, but yet I am ready to learn, you know, and I'm always okay, let me encourage me, you know. If you don't see the skills that you want, okay, how about you show me the skills that you want, like free me to learn into your company and stuff. And that's when I saw this. That's when I saw this. And I was like, and then I was like, no way. This is something that I cannot live it out in my fingers. Like, why not take it into the both hand, like thankful. Like Yonela, you are here now. That means you are here step by step, step by step, step by step. And then you will be there where you want, just be patient. Just be patient.
All right, fantastic. So I actually have a copy here as well, the multi-marketing anthology. You actually have two pieces of poetry in here, very interesting. One is called Modern Life Without Morality, and the other one is called Dear Best Friend. So just run us through, like, what inspired you to write this kind of poetry that is featured in the multi-marketing anthology 2022?
Well, these pieces that are here, you know, they show life, especially modern life with morality, like to where I am coming from. You know, it's a township. You know, it's so sad to see young stars like me not getting any opportunities that they deserve, not being encouraged to do what they want to do. You know, some of us do have dreams. Like we want to see ourselves living in a big mansions. We want to see ourselves do not get any encouragement. You know, we are dealing with the war right now. Like, for instance, if I have a degree in PhD, where do I get a job? In that case, you have to get encouragement from the family, right? Like, we are dealing with such things right now. And in this way, I began to write Life Without Morality because this life has no morality at all. Like, you can't get anything out of it. You can't get anything that is tangible. That would say, okay, I did this to my next generation, and then this is my proof. There's no proof right now because we don't have that opportunities. And then my dear best friend, like dear best friend, it's a poetry dedicated to my best friend. Like, we've been through a lot together. Yet I named her, you know, Bobby Doll, Bobby Doll, because she's my best friend. She is my sister because I'm the only girl in the family. So I wrote a poem reminding her about our childhood life. Even though I'm older than her, but she must know that I'm your sister. You know, you don't have to feel that fear that okay, now Yonela is going out. Like Yonela, she's growing, she's beginning to be maturity, she's beginning to be in that adulthood stage. But that must not give you that uncomfortability that now I'm older than you, but like be free around me. I mean, I'm still your sister, even though I'm older than you. I mean, you have some things that you have to learn from me, because I'm trying by all means to show you how life is, you know, and then to rely on me, because everybody needs somebody to rely on at the end, you know. Yes.
That is true. That is true. So when you came across, I want to know, like, when and how did you find out about the multi-marketing anthology, and what has your experience been with multi-marketing thus far?
I could write a book about that. I could write a book about that. Oh well, as I mentioned earlier, that my mentor from international graduation, international woman, my mentor Hazel Bowen, she told me that, okay, let me give you this, and let me give you these names, and then you're gonna choose on your own which one you think that is suitable for you. You know, what my struggle is that before I started like looking for publications, you know, it was a little bit rough for me, because they were demanding a lot of money for the publication, and then that's where I couldn't like go through, and then I came up with multi marketing anthology. I thought to myself, maybe this is someday, like, I was skeptical at first. I was skeptical because, you know, I need to trust you first. I need to trust you first, because this is my work. But if maybe you publicize the work on your behalf, you know, on my not like helping me to get through that, then I was like, okay, let me take a chance, you know, let me take a chance and send these poems, and then you respond back, and I was like, you know, this is must be ideal, like this is perfect. And then you said that I should write my biography, and I was like, I don't have any biography. I didn't know any biography. I didn't know that I had to write a biography. And then in that day, I started writing everything that I need to write, everything that about my life, everything. And then you said that you sent a link that it's publicized, and I was like, not for real, not for real. And then you showed me this copy, like I was like, am I a poet? Like, am I an author right now? Like a biggest author? I don't want to lie, you know. I don't want to lie. My experience with you was the best. You know, do you remember the time I was dealing with I lost my phone, and then I was marked on my way back from work, and then I couldn't like get any access on you, but you show me kindness, because I keep on insisting, because I want my book right now. Why didn't I get my book? And I was like seeing other people posting, like taking snaps on their books. I was like, no way, I want my book, I want my book. And you helped me, and I want to say thank you to you, because you helped me. You are the one who made this possible, because without you I wouldn't get this book, without you, because I would have lost it. I want to say thank
And we're
you.
grateful.
Say thank
We're
you.
grateful to have you actually featured in this book, actually, because you're one of the 25. You're one of the 25 that were the best authors that could actually be put into this book. So thank you as well for actually being a part of that. And what else I wanted to say was, who is your poetry? Like you mentioned the two poems that you have there, right? And we want to know, who is your poetry aimed at? And what do you hope to achieve or hope to have people gain from reading your poetry?
Well, my poetry inspired in this book. Well, I was inspired by Utina Mhlope. You know, in grade 12, we were learning about these poetry. You know how education is in high schools. So we were reading these poems, and then it was written transformation of Mhlope. And then I was like, she is transforming herself. You know, even though people keep on laughing her, but she stood bold. You know, she told herself that, you know, even though you keep on laughing me, I want to be educated as you. I want to be bold as you. I want to be beautiful as you. You know what we are dealing with right now as a woman, we are dealing with competition. If you're not applying any makeup, not having any weaves, not having any long nails, you are nothing. You know, I'm natural. I'm very natural. Like, I really love my naturality. That's the reason why people would say to me, no, you're a farm girl. No, I'm not a farm girl. I know why. Because these things take time to just, be like, to be in that instrument. Because to us, having nails is like, it's like you are showcasing yourself, like you are paparazzing yourself, whereas you have to be natural. I mean, if somebody likes you, they will like you as you are. If somebody likes you, they will like you as you have your afro, as you wearing your clothes, like, be who you are. And then in this poet, these are my amazing poets. Like, I would like to, I'm not writing poems just because I want to write poems. I write poems because I know that the other people who are relying on me, who are having the same situation as me. Like, okay, if somebody is dealing with this and that, I know that there is a poet that is named Yonela. I mean, she is having the same story as me. I want to inspire people, I want to, I don't just want to inspire them for nothing. I want to inspire them. I want to give them hope that you're not alone, because I do write other poems that are based to reality. You are not alone. I mean, we are all seeking life. We are all dealing with such obstacles in life, but don't give hope. Don't give up. Don't give up. Have faith. Always have faith.
Yeah, I really like that. I really like that. So there are people out there I know who will like your poetry. They will relate to your poetry on a ground level. And I think that's exactly who it's aimed at, and that's what you want people to gain. It's their own naturality of from your poems. They should love themselves first before they seek admiration from others. And I think that's the base of what you're trying to say. So there are people who are going to read this book, the Multi-Marketing Anthology, and read your poetry and maybe like it. So can people who like the poetry of Yonela Qomoyi, can they expect you to be featured in this year's anthology, the Multi-Marketing Anthology 2023?
Yes, I would like it. We will talk about that. We will talk about that because I still want to work with you guys. We will talk about that. Please, I need to talk to you.
Okay. Perfect. We're always here. We're always open. Anyone knows that we're always available on email, on social media. And like you said, at first, you were kind of skeptical of us because you didn't really know. We want people to know that, listen, multi-marketing, we're legit. We're not guys who are going to steal your work. We don't work that way. We are legit 100%. So what do you think? What do you think the future holds for Yonela Qomoyi? What do you want to achieve going forward?
Well, I couldn't get to the opportunity that I wanted. After grade 12, I was seeking for education because I wanted to become a social worker, because I want to assist people who are not privileged enough to have the life that they want, who are seeking help to other people, who want somebody they can rely on, as I said, somebody who can, okay, when I said this word, I know that she's there to hear me. So I wanted to do social worker, but unfortunately for me, I couldn't do that. But that didn't stop me, because I keep on pushing myself, like, okay, if I don't get education that I want, okay, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work, because right now I am working. Yes, I am working towards that goal. And in 5 years, I think so. No, let me not think so. I know so. I'm gonna be a social worker. I am gonna be a social worker. So I don't want to have a bright future just not using it. I want to have a bright future because I want to change lives that are around me. I want to change life. I want everyone to feel welcome, that, okay, there is that girl. I know that she's going to help me. I want to be like that. Yes.
Okay, and I think the final question we have is, what advice would you give to other aspiring authors or poets like yourself out there?
Don't give up. It's hard to find opportunities that you know, are absurd to just downgrade you, but they want to encourage you to do more. You know, it's not easy to find such an opportunities. I mean, now if you don't have any connections, you are out. You are no one at all. So work hard. Work hard to become yourself. If you write a poem, don't just write a poem out of morality, out of like you don't have anything to say. Write poem because you want the reflection of yourself. When you first write poem, you just need to introspect yourself. That does this poem reflect to me, or am I just writing any poetry just for the sake of writing because I have skills? When you first write a poetry, you need to check first, does this also like teaching me, encouraging me something, or am I just writing poems just for the sake of like, okay, I want to, you know, reach out to people that they need this message, or else do you need to encourage people? Because poetry is not only just a bunch of words. You need to encourage. You need to be encouragement. You need to acknowledge that everybody, you know, needs to hear what you pay. Because sometimes we write poems because we want to everybody to acknowledge that you're not the only one who feels pain. I also feel pain. I also feel joy. So what you write, you're gonna share it with the world. You know, you're not only gonna share with yourself, you're also gonna share with the world, and then you are the true example of the world. You know.
That's great. So guys, if you, the viewers who are watching right now, if you have any questions for Yonela, drop it in the comment section just quickly below. I know there's a couple of you guys that are watching, not a couple, quite a few of you guys are watching. If you have any questions for Yonela, drop it in the comment section below. And before we go offline, we're going to answer those. But in the meantime, I know, Yonela, you have selected one of your poems that you're going to read out for us here today, just to, you know, whet the appetite of some people who maybe want to purchase a copy of this book on Amazon, people who want to see what kind of poetry you and the other poets write. So just to give them a little bit of a taste, you know, just give us, maybe read out one of the poems that you've selected for us while the viewers comment their questions.
Okay, I selected Life Without Morality because that's what we are dealing with right now. You know, it says that modern life without morality. You know, the world war has begun. The curse of life is revealed. Everything has changed drastically. That now everything seems to be deflecting the tune of life. Every day we hear the weeping of the hopeless, violated human beings, which is piercing so hurtfully. The Bill of Rights has xenophased our mind. Now we are dealing with gender-based violence. Every day we seek help in the hands of strangers, only because the ones that who promise to protect and love us failed. Corruption is everyone's solution. Justice has failed us. Now we are dealing with the stark bubble gum, the remote of our life, the one that took our loved one in early days. COVID-19 has no respect at all. In that time, we were dealing with COVID-19 because everybody will keep on like getting up. Now we say that is the bride of every home. Now we weeping funerals after funerals. I miss the ancient life. We are living in nothing but phobia. Tomorrow is not promised to anyone. You might wake up flooded. The next day is not promised to anyone. The justice of a life may fade. May God heal those broken hearts, souls. Enlighten those corrupted minds with a righteous mind. Help us to deal with the disastrous life. Like in that time, we thank you. We were dealing with so much, like Bill of Rights. You know, there is a Bill of Rights that say you have a right to security, but how do we rely in that? If we have a fear to live, we have a fear because there is this disease that is keeping killing us. Because I remember when I was watching news in 2019, in 2020 actually, I keep on seeing how doctors were like strenuous, like they were like hopeless, you know, because there was a shortage of medication, shortage of beds. I mean, we almost lost the whole country, you know. And then prayers in that time seems to fail us also, because we were like, now you only need to save yourselves. Like now you need to be in that street person about yourself and your family, because now we don't know what tomorrow might hold. You don't know the future has, the details of the future. And now we are there to just fight what is in this present tense. And then we were doing so much. That's why I wrote this poem, because life has no morality. I mean, after I think 1999, everything has changed. I don't want to lie. Competition, booze, alcohol, competition left and right and center. If you don't have money, you are nothing. If you don't have education, you are nothing. I mean, we are dealing with so much, especially on my side, because I'm living in township and I get to experience these things. I get to see these things with my naked eyes, and it's so sad. It's so really sad.
Yeah, it is. The world has changed. It really has. And so I think we do have a question from one of the viewers. But before I get to that, I just want to shout out a few of our fellow authors from the Multi-Marketing Anthology who are with us. They're watching us live, and maybe you have actually set the standard, and you're going to be the flag bearer, the standard. You've set the bar basically for the rest of them to follow. We have them here. Emihle Nginza is here. Sukana Sinigugu is here. Chekofatso Mpela. We're going to be guys, we're going to be interviewing him on Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. So he's followed you. He's following in your footsteps. He's doing an interview as well on Thursday at 7:30. We have Yonela Qomoyi. She's also featured in the anthology. And we have one of our close, I'd say, close associates of multi-marketing, Wahida Jusuf. She's also here. I see comments from Fiola Dowd. She says, all the best to you. Yes, all it takes is the first step. And she also says, always believe in you first and everything falls into place. Wahida says, be you, do you. It is not a competition. You're on your own journey and you must own it. I think she also had a question here. Oh, this is a question for you from Wahida. She says, her question is, how have the people around you responded to your newfound title of author and poetess?
Thank you. Thank you for that question. Thank you for that question. My family do believe in me, because I'm always like, competition girl, if with myself, because if I told myself, if 2022 did not give me what I want, how about fight on 2023? It's not easy, because you'll be like flexing about your upcoming success. It's not easy, to tell somebody that I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And then they will be like, you want to be a poet? I mean, you are living in Crossroad, girl. Wake up, you're not living in suburbs, you're living in Crossroad. I mean, there's no opportunities at all here. That's why I told myself, I don't want to be like that. I want to be me. I want to be my true reflection. That's why I keep on fighting. That's why I keep on fighting. Because I told my brothers about this book. My other brother is a DJ. He's an international DJ. So I told him that I want you to help me out, to advertise this book, because I don't want money on this book. I want people to seek, that empathy, that, okay, we are together in this. And then he was like, no, don't worry. I know you got this. I mean, we trust you. I mean, you're such a big girl. I mean, from the younger age, we always see you as you are. You always see you always like that. You have that spirit of like lioness, keep on fighting. I have been like that ever since like I was in my junior years. And then my mom, I also told my mom about this book. She was like, I know you're gonna do it, but let's just keep it undercover. That's how life is right now. I mean, if you are flexing too much here, you're gonna end up like nothing at all, because they are so they don't want anyone to be like upholding yourself, be bold about yourself. They want you to be like them because you are living in township. So live a life that is in township.
All right. I think I don't know if we have any more questions. We do have one more comment from Fiola. She says, "You are a young girl with a strong and deep insight. You go, girl." That's what she says. So, yeah, you go. And yeah, I can relate. I can relate to the whole thing of, keep it undercover, because that's how I was when I published my very first book. I was like, don't tell anyone until it's out there. Then that is, official, and you can hold it in your hand and say, yes, I did this. So that's great stuff. So as we wrap things up, do you have anything you want to say, your closing remarks to all the viewers watching here?
Well, I'm still writing. I want to create a page on Facebook. I don't know if I do have that power to like create a page, because I don't have much time, because I'm only like working Monday to Friday, and then and I would like to say to youngsters, do not give up. If education does not work for you, find something that you are truly good at, because you cannot always like rely on education sometimes, because in this world you live with connections. You're not if you know that you are a poet like me, please keep on doing what you love. Do what you love. Don't just do something because of pressure. Just relax and keep everything undercover. Just be yourself. Be happy. Do something that you love. If you're a model, please do what you're good at. Be a model. Like, be your true inspiration. Aspire to inspire. Yes.
Wow, very inspiring words. And Wahida actually says in the comments, slow and steady wins the race. And that's exactly what you're saying. Keep it going, keep knocking at it, do what you love. And there's a saying by someone, and I can't really remember who said it, but they said, if you do what you love, and if you love what you do, then that thing that you love will love you back. Yeah. That is how the whole thing works. It's exactly how it works. So thank you, Yonela Qomoyi, for joining us here on Instagram Live to promote this book. Of course, you guys watching, those who have not gotten a copy, get your copy now. It's on Amazon in ebook and paperback. It's the Multi-Marketing Anthology 2022. Yonela Qomoyi is in there. Fiola Dawud is in there. Michelin Ginza is in there. Chekhofatu Mpela, we're going to be interviewing him live on Instagram, this very same platform, very same page, on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Join him. Yonela set the bar. Let's see if Chekhofatu can raise it, even though he didn't, they say the roof is not my son, but I will raise it. So let's see what he does. And he's also in this book as well. So thank you, Yonela, for joining us. Guys, get a copy of your book. Thank you for joining us here. If you're watching it live, we thank you so much for giving your time. If you're watching this after the live, recorded, also again, thank you for joining us. And until we see you guys next time, for Yonela Qomoyi, I'm Rosha Khan, the head of multi-marketing for multi-marketing on Instagram Live. Thank you, and until next time, peace.